So a lot of people still sticking with him, of course, as you would do. A lot of loyal fans, but quite a big number, which is slowly increasing, I believe, are saying his time might be up.
Post 2005, what the hell? What the hell? I'm gonna go.
Arsenal. A lot of people. I think a lot of people say he should be the manager because his name sounds like the club. What's worse, changing manager or changing a spine? I say changing a spine of a team is way worse.
Imagine, you know, AVB came in for Chelsea, tried to bench John Terry, tried to bench Lampard, tried to bench Drogba, the spine of Chelsea.
Stronger spine, yeah.
Di Matteo came in, brought them all back in, he won Champions League.
You can't mess up the spine of a team. Like, would Ferguson ever dream of doing those sort of stuff? And again, it comes down to the manager, that's decision making. If Arsenal offered 158 million for Wayne Rooney, would that deal happen? Even if Man U may win a bit of financial difficulty, I still think they'll struggle. Wenger sees it sort of as a business. There's no loyalty, there's no common sense. Now Arsenal can't even really beat Man U on a good day. Now with Van Persie on Man U's team, Wenger's literally said, okay, no matter what, we're going to be just underneath you. No matter where you guys finish, we're going to be right underneath you somewhere. And I think what Arsenal fans would probably want is a real Arsenal. The name Arsenal does not bring fair in any team anymore. I remember years ago watching Arsenal on Match of the Day, just watching Henry run through teams. Arsenal has become a bit of a joke now.
So here's the question, guys. Is Wenger still the right man for Arsenal?
I think if Wenger leaves, who's going to pick up the pieces and do a better job than he already has done? I think a change in Wenger's mentality, a change in the board or in the changing room would be better than a new manager.
Yep.
I think they need to fix what they have already as opposed to changing the management, because you change the management, it's going to change a lot of things and it may not actually be for the better.
Yeah.
So I think Wenger is the right man for the job, just needs to change his mentality maybe.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. And I think Arsenal probably don't want to lose Wenger, and a lot of the fans, whether they hate him or love him, don't really want to lose Wenger. I think he is the man for the job. But like you said, change the mentality. But as we all know, Wenger is probably the most stubborn manager, one of the most stubborn managers in world football. For that, let's say in an ideal world, an Arsenal fan would love Wenger to change the mentality and say, okay, trophies now first, finance second. That's we're quite stable. Let's get some trophies and get some big players back in, let people know Arsenal's serious. That change in mentality, such a strong change in mentality, I can't see happening. So I say Wenger the man for the job, but his time's running short because he's not going to change.
I think if you look at the players who have gone in the past 1 year, Fabregas, Nasri, Van Persie, and eventually now Son, I think 3 of them have something in common. Fabregas, Van Persie, and Son. I thought they've done their time in Arsenal. They've done what half of our players in the world are doing in their clubs every day, leaving after you've been there for 6, 7, 8 years. It's okay. I disagree with Van Persie going to the enemy, yeah, but I understand Fabregas going, that's probably fine. Son is going, to be fair, you look when Son joined Arsenal in 2005, it's a long time ago. He's done his time at Arsenal, so if he wants to go, he can go. Nasri, that's just after money. He came and he went. You might as well don't come then, you know what I mean? That's what I think. I think Wenger shouldn't allow these things to happen, but I think to some extent, I think there's a higher power that's allowing this stuff to happen, because Wenger isn't stupid. Wenger would love to keep Fabregas, Nasri, Son, Van Persie. He would love to keep all of these guys. It would be so hard for me if it was possible.
Because he did love to keep them though.
Maybe he's out of his hands. Maybe his hands are tied.
Maybe.
So I think Wenger should stay because he knows his football and he knows what he's doing. And every manager makes bad decisions at the time. But I don't know where he's, but there needs a major change. So the board, the directors, the changing room.
Yeah.
But I think he should stay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be a bit controversial. I think his time's up, to be honest. I mean, purely on the basis of, if you're looking in the Premier League, any other manager who has had 8 years and has not done anything with the caliber that they've come with, they're going to be sacked. I mean, we talk about even people like Jose Mourinho. even Bernard Schuster in the La Liga, if you don't bring home trophies at a big club, and Arsenal are a big club, if you don't bring home the silverware, at the end of the day you're going. And we know managers like Wenger and Alex Ferguson, they're special. David Moyes, they're homebred for that club, and you don't expect to see them go. But someone like Alex Ferguson in his position has done his job. He's brought home silverware. Arsene Wenger hasn't done that in the last 8 years, and I think that the club could move in a better direction. I think it will be a refreshing start if they brought in a new manager, and I think it's time's up.
I was just going to say though, if you actually look in the last 8 years, yeah, fair enough, Arsenal haven't won a trophy, but
Emirates Cup.
Arsenal ain't won a trophy. But could it be down to a case of bad luck? Referee screwing them over in the past?
Over 8 years.
I agree with that.
Not over 8 years.
Not over 8 years.
Sometimes you take
One
charge.
season, yes.
There you go.
1 or 2 seasons,
One or two.
Over 8 years, you can't base it on luck.
Birmingham, there was no bad tackles, no injuries.
It's a lucky goal Birmingham scored there.
Arsenal just weren't good enough.
You said manager not winning those trophies in 8 years is unacceptable for a big club. Right now, is Arsenal a big club?
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal, they can beat the teams like Real Madrid in the Champions League. They've done that in the past, and they can beat AC Milan. These are big clubs that we're talking about here, and they can beat them. So I think they are a big team. But and of course, just always coming fourth in the EPL is not such an easy thing to do. So I think they are a big club.
Okay, but to be fair to Arsenal, when they were successful, if you actually look back, who were their main rivals? They only had one, and that was Man United. But if you look now, they've got Man United, Man City, Chelsea, and Tottenham creeping in there.
Yeah.
Obviously Liverpool are around, and Newcastle as well. And all these teams, they're fighting with all these teams around them. It's making it a lot harder. It's kind of like Federer. When Federer was in his prime, when he was winning a lot of trophies, who was his main rival? He didn't really have anyone near him. Do you know what I mean? And now with the new era of Djokovic, Nadal, Del Potro, Murray, he finds it now difficult to win Grand Slams. So even such a great player is finding it hard to win silverware. It's kind of the same for Arsenal. They're a great team with great teams, even more great teams around them.
That's a good point.
Making it difficult.
Yeah.
Cool. So guys, I guess we'll call it a day, and just rate, comment, subscribe. Let's tell us what you think. You think Wenger's sort of had his time? You think you need a bit of breath of fresh air, somebody who's more focused on the trophies? Tell us what you guys think.